Hello guys, welcome to my first video. I'm the theorist. I like to give my opinion on superhero movies, comic books, monster movies, video games, and many more things for the future. And today, I will be talking about Avengers Endgame. It was a great movie and arguably the best superhero movie ever, but nothing made by man is perfect at all. And I'm not disrespecting the directors and their art forms in any way. Their work is amazing. I loved every single second of the MCU personally. I just feel a couple things could have made this movie even greater. Here are my top 5 things that could have made Avengers Endgame better. And by the way, heavy on the spoilers for this. The movie's been out for 2 months, but spoiler warning. Number 5. The way time travel was explained in this movie, in my opinion, looking at it from someone's point of view who is average moviegoer, did not make no sense. I'm sorry. As a person who's been reading comic books most of my life, I understand because I've been dealing with time travel for a long time. But I felt like it was just, hey, Rhodey asked a question, the big green guy and the angry robot girl just said, hey, um, it's because of this. Now shut up, we're doing work. That's what it felt like to me. I felt like we didn't get a genuine explanation on why this works, on what scientific law explains this. The way the Incredible Hulk explained it, I understood it because I've seen it in comic books multiple times, and yeah. But for like a person who's like just watching the movies and like this is their first time, their first rodeo, I feel like you leave the movie and you're still like, wait, so why does it work like that if this is that? But hey, besides the point, I just feel like time travel could have been explained more and more thoroughly by the characters. We could have had like a 5 to 10 minute segment of them like going into depth, like having Tony and Bruce explain it to the rest of the Avengers, like Captain America, who's a man out of time. That would be perfect to talk to him about it, or like um, War Machine, sorry, War Machine, and speak to them and know, hey, this is this because this is that, and that is this because that is that. You understand? Number 4, Fat Thor. I understand why he became fat and drunk. He lost all his family. He lost his home just for him to lose one more time to Thanos and watch everyone else that he cared about that was left disappear. Right? I understand that. It's not per se Fat Thor, it's what they did to the Thor character. They made him into a laughing stock, into like a gag reel, you know? I personally didn't like appreciate that he's a god. He's one of the most, if not the most powerful Avenger in Avengers Endgame, even though technically not anymore because he's fat. I feel like, if we're being honest, each of the main 6 Avengers, they got their moment. They did. Each of them did. They got their moment of shine. Thor's moment was him being worthy. Because in Thor 1, he had to figure out how to become worthy again. He had to earn being worthy again. And he was at his lowest point that we've ever seen Thor at his lowest point, just for him to still be worthy, which is like, yes, no matter what, his heart is still pure. He is still Thor. Just for Captain America to go, ha ha, I'm worthy too, bro. I'm worthy. I'm sorry, bro. I need the hammer. I personally didn't like that. The scene with Thor with Mjolnir versus Thanos was just badass. It's just I feel like Thor deserved like a umph moment for being worthy because he started off. We first seen him, he wasn't worthy anymore, and he was at a low point. Just for him to be at the lowest point of his life, to lose everything that he's ever known, and he is still worthy. That means that he is a better person than he's ever been. It should have been more grander, in my opinion. We could have made that scene more grander, had him cry, it would have been a little more emotional. Like if you had like someone like Valkyrie go with them to Asgard or something like that, someone who knew Thor to be like, oh shit, you're still worthy. It's like, yeah, it's like, ah. Number 3. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know now. This topic I feel very strongly about. Like I love all these movies, I do, but this one really irks my nerves. I know you guys will be like, oh my god. Some of you guys will be like, oh my god, you're just an angry fanboy and don't know how to accept change. No. I just like, it's based off of a certain routine of comic books. So I feel like At least most of it or some of it should be incorporated in the movies. You understand? But that's just my opinion. I feel like some characters should have gotten more. But if you have a different opinion, we could talk about it in the comments. I'm all for non-ignorant conversations. If we could talk like two civil people, hit me up in the comments. I got you. Facts. But the Incredible Hulk, I'm sorry, but what the fuck? I'm not gonna get fully into it because I have a whole video about that coming out soon. Got you guys with that content. Yeah, but the Hulk, they made him into like this Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk is from the comic books. He is a person. He is a Hulk. One of the, I think he's the weakest or like second to weakest version of Hulk. I don't know if he's stronger than Joe Fixit. I don't remember. I can't recall. But he's not like World Breaker, one of the most popular versions of Hulk. He's not that. But they just made Hulk into Shrek, to be honest with you. To be honest. I had two big problems with the Incredible Hulk, which could have made this movie totally different. What could have made the movie like more better for like the fans and more like, ha. One was him not getting at least his low key rematch with Thanos, not even like a punch in. Like everyone put their hands on Thanos. Everyone. Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Captain Marvel. Everyone was putting their hands on him. But Thanos was he was getting his ass whipped. Besides the Hulk, the person who Thanos beat the shit out of first, who handed him his first L. Here you go. Give me that ass, boy. That's what Thanos did. But I understand why they didn't do it because it wasn't in Hulk's story range. Like it wasn't his arc. His arc was him fighting himself, not just fighting Thanos. So I understand that, but it's like for the fans, it was like I know people were still like, "Yo, it's Hulk." Like, uh, like we want to see him smash it. That's the whole basis of the Hulk. And my other problem with Hulk, which I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this, Iron Man took his moment. Hulk's moment was him snapping his fingers, fixing everything, showing that physically he is the strongest Avenger, and taking the sacrifice and losing his arm. Iron Man came in and said, "And I am Iron Man." The biggest moment in the whole movie, the movie that moment made the whole movie shut the fuck up. And I feel like he just won up. Like it's like, oh yeah, Hulk snapping. It was cool. It's like, oh shit, yeah. Just for Iron Man to be like, yo, I can snap it too. You feel me? And I just feel like Iron Man took that moment from the Incredible Hulk, and I felt like he dwarfed the Incredible Hulk's moment with that snap, because it was Iron Man. We've been with him for 11 years, at least some of us have. And it was like the Incredible Hulk deserved his own moment. It wasn't for someone else to take it, but I could do it better, bro. Nah, it was Hulk's moment. Number 2, no cosmic level beings. This is going to be really short and simple. I'm going to explain this. When you take six of the fragments of the universe and take it and wipe out half of the universe, snap your fingers again to destroy the stones, have the Avengers go back in time, fuck with time, to get 6 of the stones again, to snap, to bring everyone back, to snap again to stop Thanos, that's 4 snaps. So you're trying to tell me no cosmic being, no Galactus, no living tribunal, no one said, okay, y'all are walling. What the fuck is going on? Like, nobody, like who, like, no, the Eternals, no one was like, hey, I need to be stopped. Like, I feel like that would have been, like, especially in, after, I feel like in the beginning of Endgame, right? When they went to, fight Thanos, instead of him destroying the stones then, I would have had him still have some strength, fight off the Avengers, beat their ass for a minute, have Captain Marvel and Thor restrain him, and he still snaps, like one last snap. And he flips the gauntlet and all the stones are gone. Just for the living tribunal to come and say, hey Thanos, you will be judged. La, 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 la. But before that even happens, Thor just cuts his head off. And everyone gasps and the living tribunal looks and he just goes, that is your judgment. And goes away. That would have just been perfect, in my opinion. That's what I just wanted. I just feel like there was no consequence for them snapping their fingers. The consequence was the physical toll that it took, but it should have been more to the universe. because it's affecting not just themselves, it's affecting everyone around them. Okay, so what I'm going to have to say is going to relate to Infinity War and Endgame and some of the MCU, but I personally feel that even though some of the heroes we've seen and watched them grow, disappeared, I personally feel like we could have had a grander scale of the decimation of Thanos snapping his fingers. We just got the point of view from Earth. Like, it wasn't just Earth. I know I'm gonna sound nitpicky, but I feel like we would have felt more grief. I understand Hawkeye's family dying, that was in the heart, that was in the feels. But imagine if after Hawkeye's family, you seen like Martians and like the Skrulls and like different alien races and different planets and different solar systems going through this. Like they're sitting there eating dinner and a wife or like a father disappears, or the kid is running for a alien version of a ball and disappears. Imagine the feels it would have been, you know? They show it sometimes, not sometimes, they show it once in my opinion, when Captain Marvel says, hey, there's other planets besides this one. Everyone else is going through what you guys went through. So it's like Captain Marvel, that's why I liked her in this movie. She was like okay, it's not just the Avengers. The Avengers aren't just going through it, it's everybody else. But I personally felt like we could have had more of more grieving. I understand there was a lot of grieving with Spider-Man, everyone dying, but we could have had more like damn moments. And those are my 5 things that could have made Endgame even better than it was. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your negative feedback, your positive feedback, like, dislike, comment, share the video, subscribe. Do what you feel is best. Just let me know what you think, and let's talk about it in the comments. Peace.